guys, this is Sheree from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you your twin flame channeled message and reading for February. And if some of you haven't seen last month's January's twin flame channeled message and reading, I suggest you go and watch that first, because it's really interesting what I tuned into regarding the divine masculines and where they're currently at and what's going on with the divine feminines as well. And I'm tuning into the same, I've been tuning into the same group within the collective, I feel. So I am receiving some change. There's change going on. There's a shift that's going on with the divine masculines, which is really positive. It does seem like a very slow process, guys, and I know you know this because you're at the tail end of it as well. You know, having to go through this journey. I'm talking to the divine feminines here. But if you're a divine masculine and you can resonate with this, you know, you're realizing that the journey has been quite tough, that's for sure. And some of you are starting to really awaken to what the journey with your divine feminine is all about. Now, I channeled into this last night. Actually, I tuned into this last night. And it's kind of like a little bit all over the shop. I've done like 7 pages of writing down stuff. And I've just got to gather my thoughts as I'm going about it. I didn't want to have to rewrite it all out again, okay, guys? So just bear with me. But basically, the divine masculines are now lifting the veil and reaching out to the divine feminines from that place of darkness that we saw them in last month. And so I had a vision of them in that dark place, okay? And they've now been given the strength to stand. And they're seeing the light, like they're almost like, it's almost like an invisible mask over their eyes. It's now dissolving. They've actually awoken to something. They're having the strength to actually stand and see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And the divine feminines are standing strong at the end of that tunnel with their golden light, okay? They're reaching their hands out to the divine masculine who are moving towards her. And she's smiling down at them and can be seen with the most, what the vision was amazing. It was the most amazing golden light of protection, and it was shimmering with liquid threads, okay, liquid threads, which is just so bizarre, but that's how I saw it. Liquid threads of platinum, silver and purple sparkles were absolutely beautiful. So there was these liquid threads of platinum and silver. And there was purple sparkles all through the light as well. And it's funny because I saw the divine masculine as like barefoot in this like void. It's like the 4D. And he's barefoot and he was unshaven. They're feeling raw in their vulnerability right now. There's like a huge battle, like an internal battle a lot of them are going through. And so for some of you who may not understand what I'm actually tuning into, I'm not saying that in the 3D they are literally, you know, in this dark place and they're unshaven and barefoot. You know, this is what the symbolism is given to me regarding their shadow self. Just so you guys are aware of what that is actually meaning. I'm sure a lot of you do know what it means. So, okay, so there is a twinkle of hope in the divine masculine's eyes. I actually saw a glimmer of hope, okay, in his eyes. And they're looking up to the light. They're holding their hands in front of them and squinting their eyes as the light is almost blinding, right, from the divine feminine. But it's really the effect of being in that dark place for so long. So they have to adjust now to the offers of peace and freedom in enlightenment, a knowledge and sense of presence they weren't aligned with for a long time. So the divine masculines have gone within their shadows and cowered away, as we saw last month, and they've hit rock bottom and confronted a lot of dark stuff about themselves that they felt ashamed of, and there's been self-blame. We were looking at the old masculine archetypes back in January, and there's a lot of stuff they're carrying that a lot of them aren't even aware of, that they're carrying from past lives, etc., karmic relationships, and now the twin flame dynamic here as well. That relationship is a huge thing that's bringing up a lot for them. So they are now venturing out and seeking salvation, respite, peace within their battered hearts, right? Now, I was given a vision of some turning, like some divine masculines have in their time of darkness, turned to drugs, alcohol, and escapism through sexual deviance and narcissistic kind of patterns. Some have contemplated suicide, right? Those of the divine masculines who have very much struggled have contemplated it. They have tapped into an aggression even they have been afraid of. A lot has surfaced for them where they, I had a vision of them screaming out in agony, like not so much, well, it was like a painful cry, but at the same time it was more a scream for justice, one for redemption and of displeasure at what they saw and felt within. So it was this huge outlet, okay, this outcry. And because the mask has now been lifted and has been tossed to the ground, they spent a great deal of time reflecting on this mask and the consequences it has brought them, okay, with their relationships, their personal relationships, especially with their divine feminine. The divine masculines have basically gotten to a point of feeling broken. So they had a tower moment, means everything came crashing down around them. Okay, so it could actually be literally their relationships foiling and folding in their life, financial issues, and just anything that can go wrong in their physical life also went wrong. So because it's inevitable now, they have to break and the old patterns to come into a new template. Okay, the new template has been born. It is like being born again. That's what they're referring it to. They say the stain on their hearts that they talked about in January has begun to wash away as they come to the realization that in order to survive, they have to first look within and heal. Because a lot of them are looking outwardly as well. They have been looking outwards and they've been going within through negative addictions and patterns, okay? So they've come to the realization that the way they can remove that stain is by looking within, reflecting on what, you know, it's like that acknowledgement of where they have perhaps veered off track. And they're bringing in that healing to survive. They need to. So then I was given that amethyst, the crystal amethyst, which is what I've got here as well, this beautiful amethyst crystal right here, is needed to help give them further clarity. I'm hearing that so this is what I got told, was that their blood needs to pump through their bodies. They need to go for a good run or do some other form of physical exercise that will enable them to feel alive and exhilarated again. So a lot of DMs are starting to reach out again to their faith. So a path, you know, their faith, they may have abandoned that path in their time of isolation. And they felt so alone and fearful, it prompted them to reach out again to their divine higher power and, of course, the divine feminine. So a lot have had nightmares in the 3D and insomnia, depression, anxiety, and social phobia. But that is now changing as they embrace the path towards the light and this new template, okay? So they are feeling lighter. They're gradually getting there. The divine masculines will soothe themselves through music and exercise and will need lots of sleep to regain their energy. They have come to the realization that not everything is in their control, and they will feel relief in knowing they don't have to fix everything, because as we saw last month, they had control issues. They were struggling, and it's like a tug of war, you know, with fate, with what's supposed to happen for them, and they were fighting against it, but now they're relinquishing their control of everything. And they're realizing that sometimes things just need to be exactly as they are for reasons they don't yet understand. So they are very drawn to the colour blue. It's a cobalt blue. It's Archangel Michael's colour, his energy colour, and he is actually with them, protecting the divine masculines and offering them the sword of truth. So I saw a vision of the divine masculine. We're talking about their physical self now, of their nails, like their fingernails becoming split or flaky or breaking, and there might be cracks. It's just a sign of deficiency in iron and calcium. So the divine masculines will look for natural medicines or remedies to assist their energy levels and health. They're going to feel prompted to do that. I see protein shakes. They're starting to be self-conscious of their body image also. And because they've actually lost a lot of self-confidence and their self-esteem is quite low at this time. So the divine masculines are still hesitant in coming forward fully to the divine feminines. They are in a place of still lacking that self-esteem I just told you about, even though they know they have come across here, even though they know they've come across as arrogant, okay, arrogant. That was part of the mask they were wearing to avoid showing their true feelings, which they associated with weakness. So that arrogance is actually part of the mask. It's not really them. So the divine feminines have felt the energy shift with their divine masculines. They've felt the energies become lighter. The divine feminines stand strong, although some have become numb to the journey, okay, and are not yet ready to step forward. And this is because, you know, this is okay because all the work is being prepared in the 5D, but some of them have to catch up in the 3D. So the divine feminines' dreams, they're having dreams that are very strong and vivid at this time, and upon waking they know they've connected with their divine masculine. And then I heard, it's so funny, because after I got that vision I heard the love is real, people. That's what I'm hearing. It was so funny. The love is real. Yeah, we know that, but I think they needed just to tell you that, you know, that in those dreams and those moments of waking, it is damn real. So the divine feminines are craving for connection in the physical, and because of this, most are busy distracting themselves through work, creative hobbies, social connections, and family responsibilities. And, you know, they're saying that physically some divine feminines need a long hot bath to unwind, cleanse their energy, because they're absorbing a lot of other people's energy daily. So because divine feminines are the receptive energy, they're like a sponge. They're drawing in all this energy from everyone else around them, so they need to cleanse daily, okay? So they're encouraged to use natural salts and essential oils to clear away negative energy, and they need to be clear to assist the divine masculines, as the divine masculines are carrying heavy residual energy from their journey into the abyss, the void, the 4D, space and time. So when the divine feminines are vibrating on a higher frequency, they can better assist their masculine within the 3D. So both twins don't have to even connect physically in the 3D to assist each other. They can feel it when the other is vibrationally high, and this magnetizes them, to the divine masculines, to the correct form of assistance that then aligns them to vibrate on, you know, at a higher frequency. So they can both assist each other in aligning on that healing path. So divine feminines are actually needing magnesium and vitamin B and vitamin D. Is important to uplift their spirits, as they can crash quickly. So the divine feminines are, you know, as high as they go with their energy levels, they can crash quite quickly. So they need to be able to bring that into their bodies. It is important that both of the counterparts engage in active meditation daily to clear their minds and their heart space. Now, it's interesting because last month I saw rose quartz would be beneficial to the divine masculine. And now I'm being told that the divine feminines wearing rose quartz, right, which is this beautiful big stone I've got here, right, rose quartz, I just love this. Beautiful, beautiful stone. Wearing this stone will assist with their heart space activation for you divine feminines. And moonstone, which I don't have one here, I don't think, but moonstone will help with their emotions and female cycles, okay? That's for if you're a female, you know, but if you're a male, it's just going to help with your emotions. So the divine masculines will benefit from wearing, now this is interesting, the divine masculines were told to use black onyx last month because it is also going to help protect them from negative energies and shield their heart chakra as they use the rose quartz. But this time we're being told as well that for February, you know, this time that they're actually emerging now out of that dark space, they will benefit from wearing hematite, I think you pronounce it, hematite, to alleviate those negative vibes that are going to follow them out of there, okay? The residual energy, it's just going to help them to get rid of that residual energy. Let me see where I've written this down further. Yeah. So, wow, hang on a moment. I'm dropping my book. So anyway, the divine masculines, I heard that they do want to come forward to their divine feminines. They really do. But they are still building courage first because they need to recover. They need to recover. And as we saw before, they're not feeling exactly strong and self-confident right now. They're still feeling very vulnerable. And so they're not ready to come forward to the divine feminines. They're not feeling good in themselves. They say, because I was hearing them saying to me, that swimming is therapeutic for divine masculines. They like to float in the water. It's a great meditative state to be in. Some will be drawn to those kind of like flotation tanks, I think you call them. And it's so funny. I was hearing loud, heavy metal / punk music. And I feel that some of the divine masculines were expressing their anger and frustrations through this form of music. So some divine masculines are actually musicians themselves and will have a creative surge of energy to create new songs or beats. As they come through into this new template, they're actually going to be creating more calmer, like ballads, calmer songs like ballads. And the divine feminines are starting to document their feelings. They're writing in a journal or are considering writing their own books. Some are writing poetry. And this is a great form of expression for the divine feminines. Now, I saw a vision of the mountains and I was actually smelling pine trees. And the mountains and pine trees are calling the divine masculines. Perhaps some will go camping or fishing, that can help ground them also. And the divine feminines are drawn to a quiet space to reflect and be creative. They need colour therapy. I'm seeing colours around them that are soothing and uplifting. And chocolate cravings, guys. There's chocolate cravings. So there are small, also I saw like furry or fluffy pets, like a cat, dog or rabbit, that kind of thing, that is giving comfort to both twins right now. So they have a very strong connection with their animals, Could even be animal guides, but I did see in the 3D physical touching and patting a dog or a cat. It's like a real strong comfort for them right now. I'm just going to have a drink of my coffee, guys. Yeah, so now we have... Now then I saw a vision of a fire, like a campfire. And it could be literal that they are drawn to fire, being the twin flames, campfires, candles, a warm fireplace, that kind of thing. When they look into the flame individually, when they're looking at like a candle flame right here, and they may not even be aware that they're doing this, but it's on a subconscious level perhaps, that when they're looking into a flame or if they're seeing fire, they are aware of their twins' presence even more so. They're really making that connection because, it's the element of fire, isn't it? The twin flame. And the divine feminines, this is interesting, are starting to soften towards their masculine now. And they're seeking peace rather than that war, because we saw them wanting, or were, the twins were at war with each other, and the divine feminines were really rebelling and not wanting to do anything, not wanting to have anything to do with their divine masculine is what we saw. But there's a shift in energy changing now between the two of them as she's working in the 5D, coming towards him into that abyss, into that void. The 4D I'm hearing that it is. And she's even in the 3D starting to soften. And it actually feels really like that compassion that she was meant to seek. Like last month, we saw forgiveness and compassion coming in. So the divine feminines are seeing lots of signs, some of them, not everybody, but the ones I'm tuning into are perhaps seeing lots of love hearts around them. It could be anywhere. It could be on TV, on a commercial, could be, in the ground, on the concrete, or in a cloud in the sky, or anywhere. They're seeing these love hearts, and some are also seeing the key, like keys are representative of, the lock and the key of the heart. So this is also symbolic that instead of someone else, like, our twins holding the key to our heart, we, the DFs, the divine feminines, hold it and must unlock our own heart, our own love, because we're the ones who locked it in the first place. It's not up to the divine masculine because he's not even ready to do that. He's not ready for that kind of responsibility right now. He's feeling, you know, that he doesn't know how the divine feminine in 3D is going to receive him anyway. So it is up to us to unlock it, and it's very empowering. And the divine feminines are encouraged to visualize their hearts as being locked with that keyhole. See the keyhole in your heart chakra, see the lock, see the key in your hand, and unlock your heart while you say these words, okay? So this was interesting. This came to me last night. You visualize your heart chakra, you see the keyhole, you see it being locked with the key. You've got the key in your hand. You're the owner of this, right? And you say to yourself, I now trust myself to unlock my heart, for love of the purest form resides within. I am loving, kind, generous, and forgiving. Sorry, it's my cat. I'll say that again. I now trust myself to unlock my heart, for love of the purest form resides within. I am loving, kind, generous, and forgiving. I am pure spirit and burn a strong love for my twin. I am ready now to share my love with myself and my counterpart. I love my divine masculine unconditionally. We are protected now and for eternity. I am pure love. I am. The divine feminines will be drawn to pink and red roses, I was hearing, and are encouraged to place them in their home space, preferably with a picture of themselves and their twin in front of these flowers. Pink candles represent unconditional passion and love. And so place one of those there as well. And the divine feminines will start to notice a shift in how they feel towards their divine masculines, and he will feel the change in his divine feminine's energy as well, as she does this daily. You know, if she can do this daily for a while, this will bring immense healing between the two of you. So this is for those of you who really feel that you've closed your heart off, that you are not even loving yourself at the moment, let alone loving your twin. You know, you're against your twin, you're finding there's a blockage there, an obstacle of some sort. This could definitely help remove that shift, you know, what am I saying, that block, shift the block and bring out that love, okay, bring it out. Now, what I'm going to do, there's a lot more in that channeled message than there was the first time, but it's just so very interesting that we're going to have a look now at what the cards are saying here. I'm using a couple of different ones from last month, but we've got the divine love messages that I created, and we're going to see where is your divine masculine's energy currently. Where is the energy of the divine masculine right now, please? Okay, they love to flip over and then I can't find them. This happens a lot, mate. It's crazy. Okay, hang on a moment. I've got to find it, guys. All right, I've got to find it. I know it flipped over. And this happened last time. Come on, where are you? I swear to God it did. There it is. Wow, look at this. This is amazing. Can you feel me with you? Oh, wow. We just saw that in the channeled message where she's dreaming of him, and upon waking can definitely feel that energy and presence, that she feels it's real. What else? Where else is his energy right now? He's also feeling your energy. All right, let's have a look. That's too many, sorry. Yeah, okay, we'll use those. I know we are soulmates, so he knows you are twin flames. That's another reason, that's another message for twin flames. Wow, I love you. And hold on to the happy memories and cherish the sad ones, as they both bring great lessons. So at the moment, he's feeling you with him. And he knows that you are soulmates and twin flames. He loves you. He's feeling that energy of loving you, okay? I feel this is for both of you. This is for him saying to you, can you feel me with you? Because he knows, because he's feeling you, he's probably wondering, well, can you feel me also? He's definitely feeling your energy. He knows he knows that you are soulmates or very special. You know, he may not label it twin flame, but he knows that there's a very special connection there. He loves you. He's in this space of loving you right now. He's not denying it. He's actually opening up to this. Remember, he's now moving forward towards the divine feminine, so he's embracing this. Hold on to the happy memories. He's holding on to the happy memories. He's cherishing them. He's cherishing the sad ones as well because they both bring great lessons. So he's been looking and reflecting, as we saw before, in that space of the void, you know, that void he's been in. He's been reflecting on the happier times and the not so good times, okay, and realizing, having that awakening to the lessons involved there as well. So let's have a look at some other messages as well, please, where the divine masculine's at right now. Wow, okay, we got communication. This is beautiful. He actually wants to come forward and communicate. Wow, soulmate. See, it's a double energy. I know we are soulmates. Soulmate. Far out. So this is showing that he definitely wants to come forward and perhaps even tell you that he knows there's a special connection. Wow, look at this card just flew out. Forgiveness. He's in the process of forgiving himself, right? As well as this connection with you. Perhaps there's something he feels he has to forgive you for. Let's have a look. What else is his energy here? Dreams coming true. And this one flew down was the dream home. For some of you will resonate with this message is that in the 3D you were meant to have this home together. You're meant to have a dream home together and a life. Some of you are also going to resonate with the fact that in his energy right now, you know the twins always feel at home with one another. And there's the dreams coming true. So he still has this dream of wanting to be this safe shelter for the divine feminine. That's his energy currently right now. This is still very strong in his mind, even in the 3D, like that structure of moving into like a life together, having this provided for. This is something that it's like that regret comes in because for some of you it was meant to be that path, okay? Now let's have a look at the special message just for the twin flames regarding this. Oh, hang on a moment. Wow, there's so many that's turned over. Hang on. This is the one, news on the way. We had this one come out last month that he wants to communicate. Wow. I feel like a lot of you are actually going to hear from him. You're going to hear from your divine masculine. So let's see what his challenges are right now. What are his challenges? I'm sorry. He's in this energy of regret. Okay, that's a challenge for him right now and probably stopping him from coming in and communicating right now because he's trying to work through that heavy energy. What else is a challenge for the divine masculines, please? Current challenge. Deep down, I was committed. Yeah. They weren't able to express this to the divine feminines. They didn't really know how to put it into words. There's that regret, once again, of not being able to let it be known to the divine feminine how committed they actually were. But, you know, things got in the way. All this stuff has happened between the two of you, the separation. The divine feminines felt abandoned. Okay, they abandoned their divine masculine, then he felt abandoned. So it's the mirroring thing going on there as well. Deep down, I was committed. There's regret about not having done things the right way or said things, you know, when they should have said them, kind of thing. They had no idea at the time how to go about making this smooth, you know, smooth journey. So let's have a look at where the Divine Feminines are currently at. What's the Divine Feminine's energy right now? Wow, hang on a moment. That's just full on. What? Let's have a look at the Divine Feminine's energy, please, right now. Seeing you triggers past pain within me. So in the 3D, we can see that the Divine Feminines are still softening towards their Divine Masculines now because they are feeling a shift. But at the same time, seeing him, whether it even be for some of you who are in contact with the Divine Masculine, seeing him, you know, it could be face-to-face or it could be on social media, could be photographs you're looking at. There's just pain that is triggered within the Divine Feminines right now because he's still not fully coming forward to the Divine Feminines. A lot of the Divine Feminines don't know what the hell's going on. For those of them who especially don't have any communication. But even if you do, like, have contact, you're not communicating anyway. So it's like really not knowing where he stands or what he's feeling. Because when we saw the channeled message that there's, he comes across as arrogant, that's part of that false mask, okay? So where's the Divine Feminine's energy still currently at, please? Well, okay, there's one that fell down. Yes, your feelings are correct. So there's something that perhaps she is questioning and it's just confirming that, yes, they're correct. I want you to be happy. She wants her Divine Masculine to be happy. She doesn't want to see him in this sad place and withdrawn and, yeah, withdrawn and isolated. One more message, please. Well, it's already flipped over. Let's talk. So she does want to move forward, though, and communicate also with the Divine Masculine. She wants to communicate, perhaps, to come forward to him and say, I just want you to be happy. You know, seeing you triggers this stuff within me, but I still want you to be happy. I want to let you know that that's what I want for you, is for you to just find happiness in your life, be at peace. What's the Divine Feminine's challenge? I don't know how to express what I truly feel. Now, this is what he had last time in January. Now the Divine Feminines are not sure how to express what they truly feel. This is interesting. So she wants to come forward and tell him this, but seeing him triggers past pain within her. So how can she express what she truly feels when she doesn't really know what he truly feels either? So there's a challenge for her. They're mirroring each other in that way. Let's have a look at what another challenge is for the Divine Feminines. Yeah, being patient is really tough for the Divine Feminines because they just want to get this stuff done. They want this mission to be done. You know, they want to get onto it now. Let's have a look at the other energy cards for the Divine Feminine currently. Where's the Divine Feminine currently at right now? Also with these cards, please. Divine Feminines, well, wow. Reconciliation, see, this is what she really wants. This is what she wants. It's where her energy's at. Even past all that pain, that's what she wants. What do we got here? Wow, look. Current energy, regret also. She's also mirroring the same thing he's got is being sorry. She's mirroring that, being regretful and having faith. It's hard for her to have faith at the moment. But some of them are really trying hard to have that faith. And travel, this is the astral travel, this is the journey of being together, knowing that there is a journey to go through. Like a lot of them are tapped into this, they know that they have to be patient, they know there's a journey, they know they have to have faith for this reconciliation to come about. especially when they're feeling the shift, they're really going to be like that antenna. You know, it's like the radar is really going to be, what's the word? What am I trying to say there? It's like the divine feminines are feeling the shift with the divine masculines, so they're really, their antennas, you know, sort of feeling their way, trying to find out where he's at. He's on their radar. Now, let's have a look at, well, there we are. Special message. Within 6 months. Let's have a look at what's going on within 6 months, please. I've got a time frame here. What's going on within 6 months for the twins? Well, I just had 2 fly out. Okay. So we've got reach out. Look at that. Within 6 months, it's not saying in 6 months' time, but it's within 6 months, somebody's going to reach out and it's going to start blossoming. And it could be around the springtime for some of you if that resonates with that time frame. So that's amazing. Wow. I do feel that you'll both be receptive to each other at this time to actually have a conversation, okay? So it'll be interesting to see what the channeled messages are going to be about each month as we unfold it. Now, I just want to see, I did have the Psychic Tarot for the heart cards here. I just want to see how are the twins mirroring each other right now? How are they actually mirroring each other right now? So we've got the World, Embrace, and it was reversed. So it's come out reversed because this usually represents the end of the journey, the end of that whole cycle. It's completion, it's success. And you guys are not yet ready to embrace this, okay? Because it's not the end of the journey of healing. That's what's coming in. So you're both at that point right now of wanting to embrace it, wanting to come to that cycle, finished cycle, end of the pain, end of the karmic patterns, end of that old template. It's time now to embrace a new start. The divine feminines are feeling quite impatient with this still, but they are knowing that there is, you know, they're trying their hardest to have faith in the journey. Now, we've got the Observe, the Hanged Man reversed, and both of you are feeling that there is that epiphany coming, okay? This is a spiritual awakening. It's looking at something from a different perspective. And it does look to me like there's going to be movement coming out from that, because the Hanged Man, you know, being upside down, it means you're back on your feet again now. So, yes, this is amazing, because the Divine Masculine, especially as we saw in the channeled message, is getting on his feet right now, moving towards the light. And the Divine Feminines are bringing in the light. So they need to just stay focused on that. That's what they need to observe and stay focused on. All right, so hang on a moment. Okay, let's have a look at... I want to have a look at what does the Divine Masculine want the Divine Feminine to know that he's not telling her? He's extremely alone. He feels rejected by her. See how she's holding the light? Wow. And we've got the full moon, which is all about releasing, okay? So he's really released. Oh, well, he's still releasing for some of them. Still, the residual energy's there. They're at the tail end of their journey. Releasing this pain, this feeling isolated, feeling alone in their 3D selves, and feeling that the Divine Feminine has actually abandoned them, even though in the 5D, see, we've got the 5 here too, 5D, she's holding the light for him. She's allowing him to be guided by that light. You know, she's bringing it in to guide him back to her, out of that void that he's been in. So that's what he's not telling her. I just want to see what the message is with that, please, with the 5 of Pentacles, feeling alone card. What does he want to say with that, please? The Divine Masculine, what do you want to say to the Divine Feminine regarding the feeling alone card here? Our chemistry is so strong right now. So he is really feeling this. We saw that Can You Feel Me With You card. He's feeling your energy. He's feeling the Divine Feminine's energy. He's feeling this because you're dreaming of one another as well. So that makes him more feeling, you know, feel more alone because he can't be physically with you. Then we've got the Open Your Heart. Wow. Wow. I just realized what that means. The lock and the key, the heart chakra, he's telling the divine feminine, he wants you to open your heart. He's also trying to open his heart through this, okay? He's trying his hardest to get out of this feeling here of being alone, being stuck, being rejected, being abandoned. He's trying to open his own heart as well, but he's telling the divine feminine, open your heart. Open your heart to me. This is amazing. Because he's feeling that her heart is closed off to him right now, because that's the energy she's presenting to him in the 3D. Okay. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know that she's not telling him? What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know that she's not telling him, please? Wow, hang on a moment. They just fly out. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know that she's not telling him? Okay, hang on. We've got Blossom, okay, Blossom reversed. And this is the Judgment card. This is our past karma. This is our past actions and choices that we've made that will bring us to where we are today. It's Judgment. And she's being reversed. It's also about that renewal of energy. It's an awakening. It's rebirth, okay? I feel that they're worried about that this is not, that this fresh start, this rebirth of energy, this awakening is just either, you know, delayed, but also she's scared, I think, that the patterns are going to repeat, that perhaps the divine masculine haven't learnt their lessons along the way, and even deep down they're probably worried that they haven't gotten a part of the lesson either, because there's just nothing really changing in their path together right now. And some of them are very drained. We see this beautiful energy coming through, right? This ball of energy that's just growing, and it's turning into, like, it's manifestation. It's this energy being manifested into the physical, and she's scared that's not actually going to happen. She's thinking all the work that she's doing is not going to actually work in the physical. It's just not going to work. So let's have a look at what she wants to tell the divine masculine with that. Wow. It says, I could only work with what I had at the time. So she hasn't felt she's had the knowledge or the resources or the spiritual understanding, or some of the lessons they haven't gotten. They keep going around in these patterns with relationships, etc., or even in the twin flame journey. And some of them are feeling like they're on that hamster wheel going around and around and around. They keep manifesting these things and it goes to shit. Keep manifesting these things and it goes to shit. And she can only work with what she's got at the time. So they're still trying to break through, not realizing that the key, right, the key, the literal key, symbolic key, whatever you want to call it, is that affirmation, meditation, visualization that we were given before about unlocking her own heart, right? And bringing in that beautiful pink unconditional love with the rose quartz heart activation. That's where it lies. That's the key. So she's been trying to work with things that it's like that missing piece, the missing key of the puzzle, you know. She hasn't had it, and that's what it's about. So she's been telling him, I've only been able to work with what I've had at the time. I haven't had all the answers either. You know, I haven't been able to make this blossom. And a lot of them have internalized thinking that they've done something wrong also. Okay, that they're the issue. And that's where their self-worth issues come through as well. This is just, wow, you know, wow. Okay, so what else do we want to know? I'm just pausing for a moment because this is different to the last reading. I get guided as I'm going along. What is the temporary outcome for the divine masculine this February, okay? What's going on with this journey as we saw in the channeled message? What's going to happen next? I keep falling down. Sad masculine energy. Look, he's still feeling this. We saw that I'm sorry, regret before with him, but he wants to rebuild. He wants to rebuild this with the divine feminine. He wants to rebuild himself to become stronger in himself. Let's get a clarifier with that, okay? For the divine masculine temporary outcome for February. Yeah, look at this. The moon reversed. This is the Pisces energy. Confront. Now, I just wanted to say... oh, yeah, no, it's okay. I thought there was other ones there. Anyway, Confront is the Pisces energy. It's the moon. It's about him needing to confront things within himself, which he's already done. It usually is things that are hidden, right? It's the shadow self. It's stuff that's hidden in the past within, that he has to confront the inner child, past pain. And we've got this reversed, which shows that either he's still... Hang on. No, what I'm getting from that, because I was going to say he's not confronting, but he is. He's actually confronted it. He's come through that doorway now, and he's had that epiphany. That's why he wants to rebuild this now. But some of them might still feel hesitant and scared to confront some things, okay? It's huge for them. They've had a lot come up in a short time. And the 1 and the 8 is the solo journey, the solo path, the isolation, but he's moving out from that now, being reversed. There are truths, right, being revealed to him now. The truth is not hidden anymore, it's being revealed. He doesn't like what he sees, that's why there's sad energy here, but he wants to rebuild himself. He wants to rebuild this connection with the Divine Feminine. Now, let's have a look at the temporary outcome for the Divine Feminine for February. Oh no, it's not right. Temporary outcome for the Divine Feminines, please, for February. We've got 2 on the ground here. We've got the yes, so it tells me a wish is coming true. We've got the dandelion making a wish coming true, or what you were feeling all along, because we saw that with your card before. Yes, your feelings are correct. Yes, again, positive affirmations, positive intentions, positive energy moving forward into commitment. So the Divine Feminines are definitely committed to this path. Let's get a clarifier on that. They're committed to the path. Look, she's coming out of her own isolation, okay? Her hermit mode. Going within, seeking answers. She's coming out of that now because there's a belief and success here, believing and succeeding in bringing about this commitment to the journey, to the twin flame path, to herself even, right, to this healing path within self. She's going to start having this real positive feelings towards her Divine Masculine. This is really beautiful. They're struggling with this, right, but they really want this, and they're trying to have faith and be patient along the path as well. Now let's have a look at a special message regarding a special message for the Divine Masculine. It's a spirit message. It's from the angels, okay? From the archangels. What do they want to say to the Divine Masculine right now, please? Wow, it fell on the floor again. That's no surprise, is it, guys? Clairaudience. Look at this. Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So he's starting to be quite clairaudient. He's coming into his power. We saw in the channeled message that I just read out before is that he's starting to reconnect to his faith. So I feel like it's God or whatever the higher powers are that he calls them. That's who he's connecting with. It could be angels even, you know, but whoever it is, it could be a spirit loved one, like a deceased family member, someone that's acting as a guide for him. He's also receiving these messages in his mind. He's listening to his higher self. We've got the purple for the crown chakra, which is that connection to the spirit realm. He's listening to his higher self now. He's going to start doing that on how to rebuild his energy, okay? How to rebuild himself into that strong Divine Masculine again. And what was the other card that came out with that? I'm just trying to see. I've made a mess here. Yeah, that's it. That's the clairaudience, okay? So let's have a look for the Divine Feminine. What is her special message from the angels? Divine order. Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. It's like justice, right? The scales are balanced. So it looks to me like the Divine Feminines are being reminded that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. She'll soon understand the reasoning for that, okay, once she has this epiphany come in and awakening. As we saw before, the Divine Feminines are quite impatient, they're frustrated, but they're going to have a turnaround, right? They're going to start moving into this positive intentions, affirmations, into this commitment, okay? Commitment to themselves, to their path, to the twin flame journey, letting go of expectations, letting go of pressure they're putting on the divine masculines even energetically, okay? A lot of them are, as we saw before, needing to pamper themselves. They need to have that heart activation. They need to really be serious with their meditation and clear their aura and their chakras daily as well, because being the divine feminines, they're really receptive to a lot of energies from other people, negativity, toxic environments, you know, all that kind of thing. And they're really being aware now as to how they need to vibrate at that higher frequency right there. Come into a higher vibration. Now, I want to see what else I need to do here. Because as you guys know, I don't have a plan when I do these readings. I just go with what I'm guided to do. So I'm just seeing if there's anything else coming up that we need to know right now for this message and reading. Right, I'm being told we can look at one of these, one from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, okay? Last message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, please. What does the divine masculine have to say to the divine feminine right now? I feel sad. Well, this is just confirming the I'm sorry card, and I feel sad. He is sad. He's sad because, you know, you guys can't connect. He feels sad because he feels like he's let down himself and the divine feminine and other people in his life as well. He's just really in a crappy place within himself right now. He's just got to be able to get out in nature. I really feel they need to escape into nature. As I saw before, the camping, the fishing, the mountains, the pine trees, you know, that kind of energy coming into that. And being in that water, like in that flotation tank or floating in water, so therapeutic for them. They need to connect with that. So that's going to help also to replenish their energies again and help them move through this energy here, but also hearing their higher self, their inner voice. Now let's have a look at the divine feminine. What does she want to say to the divine masculine, please? What's the divine feminine's message to the divine masculine? I really do care, because they come across as really not caring. A lot of them do. A lot of them, as we saw before, he's telling her, open your heart. He feels her heart chakra is blocked or closed off to him. And she's saying, I really do care about you. I really do love you. I know that we're twin flames and I am committed to this, and I am going to have faith and try and be patient on this journey. Deep down, this is the truth. I want reconciliation. I really do care, but I have to understand that everything's working in its own timing for exactly as it's meant to, for whatever reason at the moment. Be patient, right? Because they're really struggling, they're feeling sad, they're trying to get past this. The divine feminines are being triggered when they see their divine masculine at the moment. So there's a lot going on both sides here. They're really struggling with themselves. The divine masculines are seriously struggling with themselves. They have a lot of blame, ashamed feelings still coming through, like they've still got that, carrying that residual energy of heaviness there. And the divine feminines are moving into a softer energy now, where there's compassion and that, even that forgiveness we saw before coming through, even though it was more his energy. He's learning self-forgiveness and forgiveness of the divine feminines too, because a lot of them were blaming the divine feminines. But this is amazing. This is just amazing. I feel really positive about this. It still kind of feels a little bit up in the air, but that's because that's the energy that I'm tuning into with the divine masculines. At the moment, it is a feeling of being left in the air, like up in the air. He is feeling that way. She's feeling that way too. Both of them are feeling up in the air because they know that he's on this journey right now of ascending right into that light, coming out of the void, going up into the 3D again, okay, like, or 5D, whatever it might be. But he's actually at the moment trying to, well, it could be in the 2D that he's in, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I saw more the void, like the 4D, Could be the 2D, but I just feel that he's coming up now. He's like almost like ascending out of that now and coming into this light that she's presenting to him in the 5D. So she's actually coming down to meet him, and as he's coming up with her, okay? So that's the journey they're on right now. He's gaining strength. They both need to be apart. They need to replenish their energies individually, and the Divine Feminines have to do that heart chakra activation, and the Divine Masculines need to ground their energy and sleep and connect with water. And also that amethyst and hematite was important for the Divine Masculines as well. So I'm just amazed by these readings when they come through. I'm just like, wow, you know, I just love doing these. I love seeing what's unfolding for each one, the ones I'm tuning into. And it just feels so positive, even though there's still heavy energies and it's a slow process. It is moving forward, guys, and I'm really also, you know, feeling awesome about that. So amazing. It's really positive. So just try and be patient, try and be positive, and we'll see what next month brings. And I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading for February as well after this, okay? So stay tuned. Love and blessings.